Hi everyone, this is Teacher Jen from Camgush.com and welcome to Essential Grammar in Use book by Raymond Murphy. Today we will continue on discussing the past continuous tense. If you can still remember, we use the past continuous tense to express the idea that an action was in progress in the past. That means an action is happening in the past and during that time the action is not yet finished. Let's have some examples. I was watching TV yesterday in the evening. Now, our time expression here is yesterday in the evening. During this time, the subject I was watching TV. We use the past continuous tense here because we want to express that this action happened yesterday evening, but it's not yet finished at that time. Okay? Another example. She was not crying. She was not crying. So, again, even though we don't have a specific past time expression, we know that in that certain past time, the action is not yet finished. So, she was not crying. The action here is crying. The subject was not crying during that certain time in the past. So, during that time, her action is not yet finished. Also, if you can still remember, we can use the past continuous tense in three ways. We have positive sentences, negative sentences, and question sentences. Now, we will be discussing the following examples for each of the following sentence. Let's read the first sentence. What were you doing at 11:30 yesterday? Were you working? So, what kind of past continuous tense sentence is this? Okay, it's very easy. Of course, these are question sentences. Now, how do we form question sentences in the past continuous tense? To form question sentences, we just have to exchange the places of our be verbs and our subject. So, the structure is was or were plus the subject and then followed by the main verb in present participle, and that is formed by using the base form of the verb plus ing. Let's check these sentences. So, in these sentences, we can see the right structure for question sentences. We have the be verb first, the subject, and then the present participle of the verb. Now, let's go on to the next question, or next sentence rather. What did he say? I don't know. I wasn't listening. So students, what kind of question or sentence is this? Okay, this is a negative sentence. Why? How do we make a negative sentence in the past continuous tense? So, if we have a negative sentence, we have the subject first, and then our be verb in the past tense was and were, plus the word not because it's negative, and then the present participle of the verb. So here we can see that we have the subject and then our be verb was and then the word not plus or followed by the present participle of the verb. So indeed, this is a negative sentence. Next, it was raining, so we didn't go out. What is the sentence? Okay, students, this is a positive sentence. How do we make a positive sentence? If we have a positive sentence, then we can see first the subject and then our be verb in the past tense was and were plus or followed by the present participle of the verb. So here we can see that we have the subject it followed by the be verb in the past tense was and then the present participle raining. So of course this is a positive sentence. Now let's do the rest. Next sentence. In 2001, we were living in Canada. This is a positive sentence because we have the same structure, and that is subject, be verb in the past, and then the present participle. Next, today she's wearing a skirt, but yesterday she was wearing trousers. Of course, this is a positive sentence. We have the subject, be verb in the past, and then the present participle. She was wearing. Next and the last sentence is, I woke up early yesterday. It was a beautiful morning. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. So here we have two positive sentences or positive past continuous tenses here. First, the sun was shining and then birds were singing. So in this sentence, we use the past continuous tense to express that these actions were happening during that time, yesterday morning. So yesterday morning, these actions were happening, but during that time it's not yet finished, or the actions are not yet finished. Thus, we use the past continuous tense. Now students, past continuous tense is easy, right? Now let's discuss this comparison of present tense and past tense. Actually, these are all continuous or progressive tenses. But here, this is the present continuous tense, and on the right, this is the past continuous tense. Now let's read the following sentences. Number 1, I'm working. I was working at 10:30 last night. So in the present continuous tense or tense, the action is happening. The action started and it's happening right now. So that's why we use present continuous tense, because the action is still happening now. Now, for the past continuous tense sentence, the action happened last night, but at that time, the action is not yet finished. That's why we used past continuous tense. Next, it isn't raining. It wasn't raining when we went out. So first one, this is in the present continuous tense because the action started and it's happening now. While the other sentence, it's already past continuous tense because this happened in the past, but during that time, the action was not yet finished. Last sentence, what are you doing? Or what are you doing? What were you doing at 3 o'clock? So again, the first sentence is in the present continuous tense because the action is happening now. While the other sentence, it's already past continuous tense because the action happened in the past at 3 o'clock, but during that time, the action is not yet finished. Okay? So I hope students that you understood our lesson about the past continuous tense. Please review this lesson again so that you can understand it thoroughly. Also, I would like to encourage you to enroll in camglish.com's classes because we can definitely help you improve your English skills. Now, this is the end of our lesson. I hope you learned something. This is Teacher Jen from camglish.com saying goodbye and see you on our next video. Goodbye!